I suddenly traveled into a horror dungeon. The other players were all struggling to survive, and I was flirting with the demon crown prince in the dungeon. Even became close friends with the demon there, just because I had a serious cognitive disorder. All the demons in my eyes were no different from ordinary people. Even when facing a female demon with chrysanthemums and an upside-down mouth, I directly approached with sparkling eyes. Sister, your skin is so beautiful. Is it because your mouth is at the bottom that you vomit after eating? No wonder your waist is so small. Your body is so beautiful. The female devil was so annoyed by me that she covered her face and ran away. There was even a sound, "Oh no no," under the butt. Congratulations on entering the level 3's horror dungeon. Please try to survive for 3 days. Hearing the system's voice, my face looked confused. Did I just fall in a mental hospital? In the blink of an eye, the scene has changed. While I was thinking, suddenly a few drops of warm liquid fell on my face. Looking up, I only saw a long-haired female devil hanging upside down on the floor, sharp teeth bared, and smiling at me. Her jet black hair was now slowly wrapping around her waist. I saw the long-haired female devil's sharp teeth, and my eyes immediately lit up. Whoa, sis, your teeth are so sharp. Unlike me, biting a piece of sausage is difficult. As I spoke, I conveniently took out a sausage from my bag, tiptoed towards her mouth. Sister, I really like eating sausage. Can you help me bite it out? The long-haired female devil was momentarily speechless. This was the first time she saw someone dare to do that to her, but I complimented her on her beautiful teeth, so she reluctantly helped me bite one. I just ate a sausage, which the long-haired female devil bit into it. Patting my sticky hair around my waist, I said, Sister, don't wrap yourself around me anymore. My bread will get wrapped up. Hearing my words, a blush appeared on the long-haired female devil's face. Then she shyly withdrew her hair. Looking at her wet hair, I hastily advised, Sister, why don't you dry your hair after washing it? So now you're still young. Wait until you have rheumatism or something like that. Especially with long hair like yours, letting it dry naturally is not okay. The water will seep into your body. I kept babbling. Seeing the long-haired female devil wanting to leave, I immediately glared. Look at you. I told you a few words, but you still didn't listen. If you don't listen to your sister, you'll be at a disadvantage right before your eyes. The long-haired female ghost stopped, neither advancing nor retreating. I waved my hand. Sister, come down here quickly. Don't be so naughty and climb so high. My sister will wash it for you, and make sure your hair will be super smooth. Hearing that there was such a good thing, the female ghost smiled brightly, felt embarrassed for a while before going down. After I diligently washed her hair 3 times with shampoo, her hair began to exude a fragrant scent, no longer having an unpleasant odor. Sister, can you smell your hair to see if it smells good? The long-haired female devil bent down to smell. Her eyes lit up, and she nodded repeatedly at me. I smiled with satisfaction. That's right. Let me tell you, there are many great things about washing your hair. It's best to wash your hair twice. The first time to remove oil, the second time to deep clean. After washing, use conditioner. The long-haired demon girl stared at me intently, like a good student taking notes. It seems like I'm saying something extremely important. I patted her head. It's okay. If you can't remember, just find your sister. Until then, your sister will wash your hair. At this moment, the spectators outside were stunned. No, what are you doing? Is this a long-haired devil? Why is he so reformed? So what about the hundreds of people who died before that? When the long-haired female devil left, I saw nostalgia in her eyes. I gently wiped the tears from the corner of my eyes and patted her hand. It's okay. Come home often and help your sister wash the dishes and sweep the floor. With the departure of the long-haired female demon, the room suddenly became uncomfortable. My heart also sank accordingly. Before I could even feel down, the rapid knocking on the door rang out again outside. I saw a girl with teary eyes looking at me. Seems to have been extremely scared. The girl's clothes were also torn underneath, and there were even some wounds as if they had been cut by a sharp object. That's great, you're alive. Didn't the ghost here attack you? Why do you see me intact? The girl asked unconsciously. As for me, I was asked in bewilderment. What ghost? There are no ghosts here. The girl choked on her words. Her fear also disappeared somewhat. There are no ghosts here? Who? What? Thinking about being chased by the demon-crowned prince until I was half alive and half dead, I suddenly felt that being compared to others was truly infuriating. The girl said despite her dissatisfaction, "You're lucky, now we can team up together, so everyone will be safer." I don't understand what she's babbling about. Seeing that she wanted to come in, I immediately leaned aside. After all, the people who come are guests. Are you here with someone else? Then everyone come in. Hearing my words, the girl suddenly stiffened. Even his voice trembled. Who else? Then she slowly turned her head. When she saw the demon-crowned prince with his searching eyes, she screamed and ran away. Looking at her legs that almost turned into an illusion, I was really impressed. Even though her uniform was so badly injured, she still ran so fast. What a heroic female character. When I turned my head and looked at the handsome man motionless like a mountain in front of me, my mouth watered. Oh my God, I didn't look closely just now, but now looking back, this man is so handsome. The man noticed my eyes and turned his head to look at me with a meaningful expression. The moment our eyes met, I felt like pink bubbles were floating around me. Everything around seemed to become unreal. I bit my lip, twisted my body, almost twisted my fingers. Want to come in and play for a bit? Without finishing speaking, I blushed embarrassedly and raised my small fist to hit the man's chest. Whoa, that's disgusting. You can't say it so bluntly. I turned around, covered my face, and ran back to my room. After seeing me invite the demon prince in, everyone was stunned. This girl is really brave, daring to tease even the demon-crowned prince. This is a level 3S boss, even one level higher than the long-haired female devil. Maybe today she will die. On this side, the ghost prince twirled the knife in his hand and followed me into the room. The door slammed shut, as if signaling the end. I lay on the bed, patted the place next to me, and said to the man, "You lie here. We can cover ourselves with a blanket and chat." Hearing that, the man said the first sentence. "Oh, really? Anything is fine. Hoo. The voice was so warm. I like it so much. If he leans on his hands and speaks sweet words in my ear, should I follow him? My mind was full of spring fantasies. The heat from my face was about to rise to the top of my head. The man holding the knife came closer to me little by little. There are serrated teeth on the blade. Each time a wound is made and then pulled out, it causes the person experiencing pain that is worse than death. Looking at him skillfully playing with the little pain, my face turned red. Unexpectedly, he even thought of this game. I took the opportunity to touch the man's hand. He wanted to play. I indulged him. The evil-looking crown prince was touched by me and immediately froze on the spot. This woman, she's about to die, but she's still not afraid. It's truly the first time I've seen her. Hearing me call him a lustful guy, he was about to refute. Cough. Even though I'm a ghost, I'm not lustful. I immediately raised my index finger and gently pressed his lips. Shut up. No need to explain, I understand. The finger even stroked the demon man's lips a few times. He used himself, but instead held my hand tightly. Enough, you don't know what the real punishment is. The man wanted to save his face, holding the knife and looking at me gloomily. The sharp blade slid across my cheek, as if the next moment would pierce my beautiful face. But what about the hole in the strip? Or how about peeling it off and making a mask to display in the room? Looking at the man close at hand, whispering sweet words to me, my eyes sparkled with red hearts. I didn't expect that the first time we met, he was already loyal to me and wanted to keep my face. The demon-crowned prince looked bewildered. Damn, this horny girl is scary. The demon-crowned prince was turned over again and again by me, and finally got really angry. He immediately held my hand tightly, raised it above my head, and pressed me down on the bed. Shut up. Next time I'll give you a taste of pain. Looking at him so angry, I love him even more. What kind of amazing skill is this? How did I not know that there were men of this quality in mental hospitals? Feeling his strong masculine breath, I puckered my lips and kissed him on the lips. The warm temperature on my lips only flashed for a moment and then disappeared. The demon prince was stunned, quickly stood up from me, tremblingly pointed his finger at me. You, don't be too harsh. Am I someone you can kiss? From birth to death, the demon prince had never been kissed by anyone. His face was red, he just waited. Looking at the angry man waving his sleeves and walking away, I covered my mouth and giggled. If you're embarrassed, just say it out loud, You hard-mouthed man. This sister is really terrible. She dared to kiss the demon prince and still retreated with her life. I can only say one thing about this. What a cool sister. What do you know about the excitement of disruptive comments all night? I was tired too, so I fell asleep. Early the next morning, a strange sound woke me up again. The room was eerily quiet again. I hated the silence the most, so I carried my small bag and left the room. Pulling open the door, I immediately encountered a group of players outside. Hi. What a coincidence. Where are you guys going? In this group of people, I saw the girl run away and disappear. Yesterday, I excitedly waved my hand. Are you here too? Do you guys have any entertainment activities? Can I join in? The other girl was surprised. Her mouth opened. Aren't you dead yet? How is that possible? Yesterday, I saw the demon crown prince enter your room. As soon as the girl finished speaking, the faces of the people in front of her suddenly changed. What? Is it true that you said the crown prince's ghost entered her room? Why doesn't she have any wounds on her body? It doesn't look like her at all. I'm full of doubts. Who is the demon prince? What are you talking about? Seeing my blank expression, a big guy in the crowd spoke up. Okay. Now 15 people are enough. Right now, everyone here is extremely important. Everyone's hope for survival. As long as we unite and agree, I believe we can make it to the third day. I looked full of doubt. What is life and death? Is someone chasing you? As soon as he finished speaking, a growl came from deep in the hallway. Everyone's pupils constricted and looked towards the source of the sound. I only saw a monster similar to Tang Ti running quickly from afar, rushing straight towards everyone. The mouth was still screaming, "Meat! Meat something! Run quickly! It's a corpse ghost!" A shrill scream rang through my ears, making my head ache. Before she could turn around and scold her for shouting so loudly, everyone scattered and ran away. In the blink of an eye, I was left alone, standing bewildered in the stormy wind. Are you all runners? I looked at the monster that was about to run in front of me, so I took out a stick and pulled it out to be 2 meters long. The corpse ghost hung caught me and became even more frantic, screaming, "Meat! Meat!" I was annoyed by his screams, so I took out a large package of beef jerky from my pocket, tore off a piece, and threw it straight into the corpse's mouth. The golden band ghost couldn't see clearly what it was. He only smelled the fragrant smell of meat and instinctively opened his mouth. Hey, this chewy taste gets better the more you chew it. He finished the beef jerky very quickly. Looking at his eating speed like the wind, I clicked my tongue. You're as hungry as a reincarnated ghost. Ti Kui Hung even stared at me, growling and wanting to grab the beef jerky package in my hand. Do you know how to be polite? What do you mean by reaching out and pulling? The corpse ghost cried out and hugged its head. Its gray face looked somewhat aggrieved. I tapped my stick on the ground. Sit down, be a good girl. Put your hands here. The ghost's body faintly followed, with a thud, and it knelt to the ground. I was silent. That's okay. Then take out a piece of dried meat, tear it off, and throw it over. I just saw the corpse ghost stretching its neck, opening its mouth wide, swallowing a piece of dried meat with a gurgling sound. In less than a few seconds, the meal was finished. Looking at that, I frowned. Dried meat is not meant to be eaten like that. You have to chew thoroughly and swallow slowly, understand? I tore another piece as a sample for him. You have to eat it like this, tearing it apart, piece by piece. I divided the meat into small pieces and put it in my mouth to chew. The corpse ghost watched and drooled, but because of my stick, he did not dare to stand up. Looking at him greedily, I curled my lips in disdain, then tore another piece for him. This time you have to eat like I just did, understand? The corpse ghost's cravings were unbearable, and he wanted to swallow the whole piece of dried meat. I directly tapped a stick on his head. You eat properly. The ghost was so scared that I didn't dare swallow it, so he took the piece of dried meat out of his mouth, tore it into small pieces, and bit it. I nodded with satisfaction. Well, that's right. Good child. Looking at the corpse ghost eating until its head couldn't even be raised, I shook my head. Whoa, poor kid. Looks like he's starved. In just a moment, this group of people ran to nowhere. I looked floor by floor and saw the girl from last night screaming and running towards me. Run quickly, the devil is coming. She rushed past me, and I just felt a wind blowing. Seeing the handsome man last night holding a knife, he smiled and chased after him. Excitement flashed in his eyes. Don't run. It's 970 more shots before she can come back to life. Seeing my footsteps, the man stopped. I glared at him angrily. Very well. Yesterday you said you loved me at first sight, and today you're flirting with another woman. The devil was speechless after being told by me and sighed. Why you again? My eyes turned red and I punched him with my small fist. It's only been a day and you're already bored with me. You ungrateful man. Looking at my small mouth that kept talking nonstop, the ghost prince said fiercely, Shut up. If you say anything more, I will deal with you first. My little face suddenly turned pale, yellow, and pink. Looking around, I discovered the girl just now standing not far away, staring at me with wide eyes and mouth open. I was embarrassed. Man number 6, he says everything. What do you want to do? Or should we go back to the room to discuss? There's someone here listening. On the screen, everyone realized something was wrong. No, wait, this story is wrong. At this rate, I'll have to add more money. Everyone on screen was extremely excited. The ghost prince was completely unaware, thinking I was scared, grabbed my chin, and came closer. Are you scared? Haha, it's late. Of course I have to strip you first, then add 999 knife strokes to make you unforgettable forever. The chrysanthemum demon's slim and slippery arms, her skin so smooth. I couldn't help but be surprised and exclaimed, Sister, you are so beautiful. Is it because the mouth grows at the bottom that you spit it out after eating? No wonder he's so small. His body is so beautiful. The chrysanthemum demon girl tilted her head, and the chrysanthemum on her mouth moved twice. Really, she couldn't help but doubt herself. Because no one has ever complimented her on her appearance, she only appears when it's dark or when there are few people around. I nodded vigorously. That's true, your figure is really hot. If I were a man, I would definitely marry you. You are so beautiful. I will raise the flag for you to see who dares to confront you again. The chrysanthemum devil covered his face, reddened with shame, and ran away. There was still a sound under my butt. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The live commentary screen exploded. This is still the same demon girl who kills people without blinking an eye. Why is she being coaxed? Turns out compliments are so effective. Why do I think these ghosts are so cute? I'm definitely not awake. I'll go wash my face with cold water first. After everyone had left, a low voice rang out next to me. You really made me waste my time searching. I turned my head to look. It turned out to be the demon crown prince. I immediately smiled like a flower and hugged his neck. What are you doing here? Do you miss me? I already know. A day without seeing you is like 3 autumns apart, right? Your love for me is like an hour without seeing you like 3 autumns apart. He was choked by my rude words, so he directly bent down and picked me up on his shoulders. Wait until I finish dealing with the others, and then I will deal with you. I was fascinated by his domineering appearance. Yeah, I know you want to carry me, but if it's a princess carry, that would be even better. He locked me in his room. My small body cannot run as fast as him. The room door also cannot be opened. Looking at the ancient room in front of you, there are all kinds of lucky red objects hanging like a wedding room. Even the blanket on the bed is embroidered with a couple. I blushed. This hateful man proposed directly. It would be better if he told me directly without holding back. I jumped into bed, rolled back and forth on the blanket, filled with the sin of the man's body. I happily exclaimed. Unaware, the outside had become a place of carnage. Don't rush. There are 200 more sword strikes left. The man's handsome face was covered in blood, but each blow was stronger. The person lying on the ground was still crawling forward, constantly struggling and begging. Please forgive me. How is that possible? One hit is indispensable. The miserable scream echoed throughout the house. Everyone was in every corner, trembling and praying for the morning to come soon. I slept soundly on the wedding bed, feeling that tonight was the best night of my life. After waking up, it was dawn. I punched the bed in frustration. Damn man, don't come back. Outside the room there were 2 survivors. They looked at the light on the horizon as if seeing hope, screaming madly. It's morning. We're past the curtain. Let us out quickly. Tonight, they don't know how they experienced it. They can only run everywhere. This is the first time I've seen someone pass through this dungeon. But why hasn't that guy named Sentencer spoken up yet? That's right. Shouldn't he be released at dawn? At this time, the strange voice that was supposed to report progress every day did not ring. The ghost prince led a group of demons to follow the sound. I was bored in the waiting room. What to do now? So boring. I saw in the corner of the room there was a zither. Beautifully carved, the phoenix image engraved on the zither is lifelike. So beautiful. I have never been able to resist beautiful things. I unconsciously reached out to caress the strings on the ancient guitar. Even though I don't know how to play the ancient instrument, I feel that this ancient instrument is very familiar. Sitting on a stool in front of the ancient guitar, I began to pluck the strings. A sad, melodious song emanated from my fingertips. I also immersed myself in it, recalling past memories. On the other side, the two people were still hugging each other, trembling, completely desperate, but still can't feel the pain when the blade falls. The man in front of him looked gloomy, looked upstairs, and strode away. I just learned that I am the lady of the Prime Minister's palace of Hoa Thin Ha Van Van, who lived thousands of years ago. I and Crown Prince Duong Tru, Sovin Kai, are my childhood friends. Since childhood, the two of us have been as carefree and deep in love as the ocean. When I reached the age of marriage, the emperor gave me my hand in marriage. Unfortunately, the weather is sometimes sunny and sometimes rainy, and people sometimes prosper and sometimes decline. The night before the wedding, the Huns attacked the northern citadel. The emperor ordered Akai to lead soldiers to the front line to support. Unexpectedly, this last meeting would actually turn into a permanent farewell. The door to the back room was pushed open. I looked at Sovin Kai, gasped, and rushed into the door filled with regret. Sovin Kai glared. Who let you touch that guitar? Actually, he has been a demon for a year. All his memories are gone, but he only knows that guitar is very important to him. I gently smiled at him. Akai, at this moment I can feel the surprise in his eyes. Confused, chaotic, and then gradually becoming lucid. Unconsciously, tears streamed down his face. Van Van, it's her, she's back. He remembered everything from thousands of years ago. He raised the Huns in Bacton. When he returned to the royal capital, he did not expect the scene before his eyes to be a scene of desolation. It turned out to be a diversion. The royal capital has been attacked. He went crazy, searching for the whereabouts of all his relatives, but could not find Ha Van Van. After that, he led his troops to force their way into the palace. The enemy leader sat on his lap, laughing loudly. Do you want to find Ha Van Van? I'm afraid I can't find it. You don't know. That beautiful little white beauty was slashed by me 999 times. Her body was crushed. I gave her all to the dogs to eat. Just a few words made Sovin Kai's eyes turn red. He seemed crazy, holding a knife and slashing the leader 999 times. Every stab is not fatal, but it causes pain to the point of insanity. Finally, the leader, who was still laughing loudly, trembled and knelt at his feet. Please give me a comfortable death. Even the strong-bodied leader was shaking in pain. He couldn't have imagined that the little girl would cry out in pain when she tripped on a rock. What is it like to endure 999 stabs? Sovin Kai held a knife and killed all the Huns, slashing 999 times. No one escaped. He went completely crazy and committed suicide right in the wedding hall of Dong Kong that he had prepared. He was immersed in killing day after day, lost his mind, and also lost his memories. Because the resentment here is so heavy, it also attracts similarly powerful ghosts, and this place completely turns into a forbidden land. Akai hugged me, crying without a sound. I comforted him and caressed his head. I know that man has suffered too much and has not yet been reincarnated. Surely his soul has also suffered heavy damage. Are you in pain? It's all my fault. If only I could bear it all for you. I kissed him lightly on the cheek. You have already avenged me, haven't you? The comment screen also showed that the memories of the two people were extremely shocking. It turns out the two of them have such a tragic story. It's so sad for Ha Van Van. Don't say 999 stabs. If the doctor just gave me an injection, I would cry in pain. But I think, even if Ha Van Van dies, it cannot involve innocent people. What about the 109 groups that died before that? At this time, comments are deleted. Huge letters appeared on the screen. Congratulations, you have completed the Super Terror copy. Mission passed. There were no longer any voices of protest on the commentary screen. After looking through our memories, they knew that the souls who died unjustly under the Hun sword were not only thousands or tens of thousands. I nestled into Akai's arms. He passionately buried his face in the crook of my neck. He still owes me a wedding.